This nigga is a bad look. It's this shit really need to be studied. Everything he touch go to shit. And I'm talking about big opportunities. And when it's all said and done, he always at the very end of it doing the fucking most. The shit with Tasha K, how they end up? Chaos. The shit with Jason Lee, how that end up? Chaos. The shit with Foxhole, how that end up? Chaos. All this good work he did, word it how you want to, put it in whatever box you want to. But he had a lot of success with his coverage of the Diddy trial. Let me use that word. All the success that he had with his Diddy coverage, only to be labeled when it was all said and done by legacy media as a fucking crazed Diddy fan. Because that's what the headlines are calling him. Crazed Diddy fan. They lumped him in with the rest of the people. Crazed Diddy fans taking baby oil showers, screaming more oil. Okay, mama. Ice Crunch Diva. They said I saw somebody call him a monkey. Well, I'm not gonna sit up here and condone racism and go down that rabbit hole. But what I will say is he seems to be a glutton for self-sabotage. And it looked like a minstrel show. Is what the fuck it looked like. And he looked like court jester number one. And the killing part about it was he takes his shirt off. So it was the most niggified shit. Like when I say it looked like dancing for massa, I'm talking about on the federal courthouse fucking steps. Shirt off, pants sagging, had the little hat on and everything. He looked like the little monkey from Monkey Trouble. You know how on Monkey Trouble, oh bitch. When I tell you that was my movie, that was my movie. You can't tell me shit about Monkey Trouble, bitch. Don't play with me. The monkey will be saved. That's my shit. Any goddamn way. Me and my cousin Crystal watched that movie 50, 11 fucking times, back to back. I love that movie. Anyway, do y'all remember in Monkey Trouble, or do you remember, period, or do you know down in California how on the boardwalk and shit, people be doing little acts, people be dancing, people be singing, trying to get some little money and shit like that? Okay, sometimes they have fucking monkeys standing around with a little drum set, playing the drums and walk stealing from your ass. Okay, pickpocketing while you think you being entertained, and then they go about their business and they wear a little hat and they got the little drum set on them. That's what Armon looked like. And it's so heartbreaking because you did it to yourself. And it's so ironic because he's dressed different ways on different days. The one day that you wear that little hat with those jeans and this is how you behave. He looked like a little fucking monkey out there. When I say everything was all bad, all bad. There is no way to spin that shit. It's just all bad. Baby girl said, I watched his coverage and he did a good job. I just think people don't like that he's making a joke out of it, which is understandable. Here goes my thing. You don't think that you said, I just think people don't like him making a joke out of it, which is understandable. When you say he had good coverage, did it ever bother you that he made light of the baby oil? That would be my question to you. He said he did it for his fans. So, all y'all dumb. They said everything really comes full circle because remember he called OG a monkey? Child. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. That nigga said I look crazy in front of the courts. Now he look crazy in front of court. This nigga say OG looked like a monkey. Now they saying he looked like a monkey. Like this don't make no sense. Yeah, I did hear about that. We talked about that a little bit. They say he didn't see this in the cards. He seemed like the type to say it don't work like that. But shouldn't he have known that this would turn out bad? So wouldn't he not do it?
A few moments later.
Somebody said I couldn't watch his coverage because of that reason. Regardless of whose side he was on, Diddy victimized people. So basically, baby girl is saying it was never fucking funny. So for as good as the content could have been, it still was lacking because you decided to make light of it. And not for nothing, and I'm gonna leave it right here with Armand. I think that he tries to use comedy to overcompensate for a lack of depth and intelligence or knowledge of certain topics. Because the truth of the matter is, you should be able to sit up and garner an audience and get serious, and them people not leave, and that be enough. But for whatever reason, you always doing the fucking most because you gotta, or you feel like you need to be funny or you need to make it entertaining because you can't just sit down and have a direct one-on-one conversation that's intelligent, that is, you know what I'm saying, just on another level. That's not the trivial matters. And I think that you would do yourself a great justice, like I've told you before, to expand your horizons. Go read something. You, even when it comes to his content prior to the Diddy trial, it was very limited in its scope. And I've mentioned that before. Okay. So I think that he needs to just really take in all of these different experiences and different travels and all these different things and incorporate that into his content. This man done been all of Paris. This nigga traveling. This nigga going and getting bad surgery. This nigga going and getting hairline. This nigga doing all kind of shit. And you go to his channel and I don't really see a real reflection of life experiences or things you've learned or anything else. You always trying to peddle the motherfucking rocks and then sold the empty fucking book to you. Hoes is so stupid. I ain't gonna knock nobody hustle. But you literally can go to the dollar store and get a notebook if you want to take a fucking note. Okay? He got so many, he has so many different things that he could dive into. But because he doesn't get quick results, he gives up. You know, Armand will stick with the boys chat shit for a little while. But if it look like it's not really doing all this, okay, well he done with that. Okay, he'll go and do the tarot card reading, but if he feel like he not getting as much, you know, traction, he not the type of person that seems like he wants to do the work. You have to be willing to build. And he's touched on some good things, but he hasn't seemingly been willing to grow it. He want quick results because he just want to be famous. He just want to be a star. Armand don't want to talk about other people. Armand want to be talked about. So I think that he's at an impasse. And I think that that's how these antics come about. Because maybe somewhere, even if it's subconsciously, maybe he doesn't even mean to do it, but maybe because of his real desires, he maybe that's why he ultimately always does something outlandish because he has to try to figure out a way to feel like it's about him again. Because it's not enough to just it wasn't enough to just report on Diddy. Now I need to make it about myself. Pour baby oil on me. I'm going to take my shirt off. So now we're not talking about Diddy necessarily. Now I'm talking about Armand. Now Armand's having a moment. And like he said, oh, this was for my fans. Because in your mind, you're a star. And then they want something from you. And this is what you need to do to get more fans. And this gonna make them happy. It's he has redeeming qualities, but the clock is ticking. Meaning he ain't no spring chicken. Bitch, and I ain't either. You wanna be real. So all this shit comes together and you just look like you ain't never gonna be no different. I think you need to take heed because, child, because here goes the question. Nancy Grace had you on for all her reasons because you was doing so great. Would she have you back on? What position have you put yourself in? They say Funky Dineva say he 37 years old. I don't know how old Armand is because I didn't ask him his birth year. I just know he's a grown ass motherfucking man. I know that. I know he older than me, and I know he grown as fuck. I'm 32. So, however old he is, he too old for this shit. Moving on. What happened at that courthouse should have never happened, and it's a crying shame because that's what's gonna be remembered. So it is what it is, and I still don't wish any bad on him. And congratulations on whatever type of success he has. I just think he needs to tweak some shit. They say a crying shame. Yeah. They said Tisa's coverage was good. She stood with the victims and she was pleasant. There are a lot of people who saw growth because of their coverage. And congratulations to them and God bless them all. Truly. It just sucks that because people come from a certain space collectively, that everybody gets thrown in one box. But hopefully, individuals made enough of an impression on their own to still get opportunities. Because when it's all said and done, they're going to say YouTubers were behaving a certain way. They're not going to necessarily single him out. And that's the negative impact. And that's why you can't be selfish in this. You have to be mindful of everybody else. That's another reason why this shit should have never happened. Fuck YouTube. Every nigga out there should have thought more about niggas than to do what the fuck they did out there. All them grown ass people out there should have cared more about us than to do what the fuck they did. And I don't give a fuck who thinks that it's 20 on 10. That shit shouldn't have happened. You remember when your mama and them used to tell you, you better act right because your behavior is a reflection of me. I don't want nobody out here thinking you ain't being raised right. What happened to that? Same shit, same principle. They should have thought more about everybody else. But no, he did it for his fans. Child. And did you see the cooniest coon of them all? Whoever that girl was in that blue wig who took it off and was looking like buckwheat. No. Armand starts doing the shit that he's doing. And then Armand, I don't, you guys, did Armand have a vision like Raven? All of a sudden, Armand was sitting up there, not all of a sudden, Armand is sitting up there getting all this baby oil on him. Then all of a sudden, and then he walks through the sea of people and he gone. I say, damn, he seen the police. Like Armand got the fuck. Like, and it was like all of a sudden, shirt off, baby oil everywhere, screaming, dancing, everything. And then he picks up his backpack, puts it over his shoulder, and then he just walks through the crowd of people. He gone. And then the girl with the blue hair, that's when she starts doing what she's doing. So then she is now taking center stage and pour oil on me. And then she takes her wig off. And then next, they say he was running away from that lady in the blue hair. Child, they calling her sexy blue. Oh, Art for real. So he said he didn't want to be associated with the blue hair girl. Well, now you're associated with all of them. Remember what I told y'all? Don't never stand outside arguing with a motherfucker, because from a distance can't nobody tell who the fool is. Yeah, that way. Y'all gonna have to get your wits about you. Y'all gonna have to do better than this. Goddamn. Someone said by him doing what he did, he showed that his coverage was a joke and for acknowledgement. White media ain't going for it. They said Lovely T got an interview with the New York Post yesterday regarding the coverage of the trial and the verdicts. Professional. Okay. Let's clink the glasses for Lovely T. Ooh-wee. Congratulations to everyone and their coverage and their success. They said white media dogging him by name. What a shame. They said every time white people want to separate themselves from him, they're going to use this as their reason. Anybody that wants to attack him is going to use this against him. They said Nick at Night was on CNN. They said this is now his court picture. This don't make no damn sense. Oh, thank you, Q. I'm just honestly really glad that for whatever reason it worked out that we're not associated with this case. I'm very happy about that. Um, I don't like the way things went on throughout the duration of the trial, and I damn sure don't like what it's turned into. And nobody won, and it's a whole bunch of hurt people on the end of this verdict. And I'm just glad that we were just away from that because it's a mess. And like I told y'all before, the cards are saying that it's about to be some more mess. They say the cards are saying that all them stunts that they pulled out. We're not talking about the baby oil. We talking about these people getting threatened. We talking about these people getting attacked. White people and light skinned bitches with green eyes. You niggas is in trouble. Oh Lord Jesus.